Hi guys, welcome to 10-Minute English with May. Today's vocabulary is vacillate. Vacillate. The C here has a soft sound like an S because it is followed by letter I. Vacillate. And it is a verb. So first, let's look at the two example sentences. Anand reaches decisions very slowly. For instance, when we went to get ice cream last night, he vacillated for 15 minutes between vanilla and chocolate, so he couldn't decide which flavor to get. Should he call Shelley or Robin? Thinking it over at the phone booth, Andy vacillated as the moments ticked by, and the people waiting for the phone get more and more impatient. So we know that both of these people, they had trouble choosing, making a decision. So they were hesitating or being undecided. And if we look at the image at the left, this person is choosing between two paths. You can see the shape of the paths from where they diverge. Looks kind of like a V for vacillate. And am I going to be late for vacillate if I choose the wrong path? Vacillate. Okay, and now we will look at some synonyms. Waver, dither, and falter. They'll mean the same thing as vacillate, to be uncertain, undecided. Let's look at examples. He could feel his confidence waver as he stood before the large audience, his voice trembling with uncertainty. She began to dither at the crossroads, unable to decide which path to take, her indecision causing her to waste precious time. As she neared the finish line, her legs began to falter. So here we can have an image of her almost falling over, falter, but her determination pushed her through the final steps. So let's try and memorize it using the image on the left. This girl, she kind of wants to say hi to the boy, her crush, was walking across the hall. So she's thinking, should I waver? Or should I use another or the other, dither, the other method? So she's like, should I change? Should I alter the way I say hi? The falter, right? W, D, F. And sometimes I find using obscene language a little bit helpful, right? So WDF. Okay, waver, dither, falter. All right, so we've learned four verbs with the same meaning, and now let's move on to adjectives. So an adjective that also means undecided is irresolute. So I'm sure you guys have all heard of the word New Year's resolution, right? It's the plan that we set for ourselves at the beginning of the year, maybe lose 5 kilograms, maybe learn a second language, what have you. So you can see the peanut guy here. He's trying to set a New Year's resolution. Should I lose weight? Or maybe I should just pig out and eat buffet, right? So he couldn't decide. And now let's take a look at examples. Despite the challenges ahead, she remained resolute or determined, decided, or firm, or unwavering, which is the opposite of waver that we learned from the previous slide. So resolute in her determination to achieve her goals. Faced with the difficult decision of whether to stay or leave, he stood irresolute, undecided, unable to make up his mind. Okay, so resolute, determined, irresolute, undecided, wavering. And another adjective we're going to learn today is tentative. So the word tentative comes from Latin. It has Latin root from tentare or temptere, which means to handle or to try. So some other words that share the same root includes attempt, which means to try, and tentacle, like the tentacles of octopus or squids, right? Because they often use their tentacles to try and maneuver their way around or try to grab things. Okay, so the first example, the team made a tentative decision to move forward with the project, but they agreed to revisit it after gathering more information. She reached out tentatively, unsure if the dog would let her pet it without growling. And you can see in the image at the left, this octopus is tentatively using his tentacle to observe this thing. Okay. And now let's use our mnemonic to help us again. The vacillating octopus wavered, dithered, and faltered. WDF with irresolute tentacle. So you can see this octopus choosing between which way to go. Is it the other way or is it the way that's probably going to make me late? Okay, so vacillating, wavered, dithered, faltered, irresolute, and tentacles. All right, that's it for today. See you next time. Bye bye.